Buying 95 US cents, 70 euro cents and 59 pence sterling.
For more on finance, we're joined by Rod North, Executive Director at Bourse Communications. Rod, lovely to see you as always. The US markets have gone up twice in a row now, but ours not the opposite direction.
Well, the markets never lie. So what the markets are really telling us is that this issue will be resolved in the US. The only thing that I suppose beggars belief is we've been here before, back in 2011, and you know, it's never a good thing. Even you imagine managing your own finances and leaving the decision to refinance your mortgage or other finance until 10 minutes to 12 at midnight. It's not a great thing at all, but the markets are really indicating that it will be resolved. And I think some of those positive feelings that resulted from the discussions with the Senate are probably giving some sort of glimmer of hope. But I mean, you know, it's getting very close to the wire with only a couple of days to go. And what it does is it basically puts the rest of the world on hold and other markets and of course, quite apart from the fact that a lot of people in the US, you know, who are out of work at the moment are suffering enormously.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we all hope that markets continue taking this in their stride, because it would be a catastrophically different story if that deadline wasn't reached later in the week.
Absolutely, and I mean the consequences are almost, you know, unbelievable in terms of what could happen as a result of that and the whole sort of contagion effect. But I think if there was any sort of glimmer that that might happen, the markets, you know, particularly last night, it was the night to watch. If we had have woken up this morning and discovered that the Dow had dropped 400 or 500 points, you'd have something to worry about. But it's actually gone up, so I think that's pretty positive. So I think it's far better to think of the better consequences than the negative ones, because I think the outcome, you know, will be positive.
Now, of course, we've got a few statistics and always interesting insights into why the RBA makes their decisions on interest rates.
Yes, well, of course, the minutes will be out today and, you know, very much on a holding pattern at the moment, with the cash rate staying at 2.5%. And I suppose with, you know, better consumer business confidence, a slight drop in unemployment, even though, you know, 100,000 people stopped looking for work. But a lot of those signs are sort of making the Reserve Bank, I think, stay on hold for the moment. So I think probably the review is that we're not likely to see any more moves on the cash rate for this year. Yet we did see yesterday home loan approvals drop for the first time in 8 months, probably the lowest level in 10 years, by 3.9% as well. So that, you know, is obviously a bit of an indication that things are pretty slow. But that was ahead of the September election, so they're August figures. Yet we've got the contrast of property up, you know, sort of 70% clearance rates each week.
And finally, Rod, as the song goes, diamonds are a girl's best friend,
yes,
aren't
I
they?
thought Beverly would love this story because yesterday Rio Tinto sold a red Argyle Fancy Phoenix red diamond for $2 million, which set a massive record price.
That's worth $2 million.
That's right. Now, I've actually got one of the original rough diamonds from the Argyle mine back in the 80s when they first mined them under Ashton. I was a shareholder, so you know, I might get that out and polish it now. I think it could be worth a bit of money.
It's an interesting colour, though.
It is. Well, they sold red, blue and pink diamonds because Argyle in the Kimberleys in WA have become famous for their coloured diamonds. So I think, you know,
one for every day of the week.
Precisely.
Magnificent. See you, Rod. Thanks for coming in. Well, coming